Welcome to Lakshman Biology. Now we will discuss about the white blood corpuscles or leukocytes or white blood cells. See, if you see the basic points which are related to leukocytes or white blood cells, the white blood cells or leukocytes are nucleate. Nucleate means they contain nucleus inside it. That may be lobed nucleus. They contain nucleus, hence those are called nucleate cells. Nucleate. Then colorless. If you see the red blood cells, the red blood cells has red color because of presence of hemoglobin. But white blood cells not contain hemoglobin, hence the white blood cells are colorless cells. Complete cells. The white blood cells are complete cells because they contain the nucleus and cell organelles. Then the shape of the white blood cell may be spherical or may be irregular. Hence, based on this, we can say that the white blood cells or leukocytes are nucleate, colorless, complete cells. They have spherical or irregular in shape, and they can exhibit amoeboid type of movements. Amoeboid type of movements means the white blood cells can form the pseudopodia. Those are locomotory structures in amoeba. Actually, pseudopodia are locomotory structures are used for movement in amoeba. The pseudopodia also formed in these white blood cells. Then with pseudopodia, the white blood cells can move from one place to another place. Here, actually pseudopodia are the locomotory organs in the amoeba that also we can see in the white blood cells. Hence, this type of movement is called amoeboid movement. If the white blood cells will move from inside the blood to outside the blood vessel, if white blood cells will move from inside blood vessel to outside the blood vessel or from blood to outside, then that is called as a diapedesis. Diapedesis means movement of the white blood cells from inside the blood vessel to outside the blood vessel. Then if you see the size of white blood cells, the white blood cells are larger than red blood cells. Then if you are compare the number, the white blood cells are less in number than the RBC. The number of RBC for 1 cubic mm of blood is 5 to 5.5 million, but the number of white blood cells or leukocytes for 1 cubic mm of blood is only 6,000 to 8,000 cells. Next, the process of formation of WBC is called leukophysis. The process of formation of RBC is erythrophysis, and here the process of formation of WBC is leukophysis. WBC or white blood cells are commonly called as leukocytes. Here formation of leukocytes is called leukophysis. Then sometimes we can see the slight increase of the number of white blood cells or number of leukocytes because of allergy, because of infection, etc. Then slight increase of the number of leukocytes is called leukocytosis. Leukocytosis is the condition where we can see the slight increase of leukocytes. Then in the patients who have blood cancer or leukemia, blood cancer also called as leukemia, in the leukemia patient you can see the abnormal increase of the number of white blood cells. The number of WBC increase very rapidly in the patients who has leukemia. Leukemia is one type of blood cancer. What is the cancer? Uncontrolled cell division is called cancer. Actually, if you see the normal cell division that occurs to fill the lost cells, example, if skin on our hand is damaged, to fill this gap, the cells which are present surrounding to this wound involved in cell division and fill that gap. But if you see the cancer is uncontrolled cell division. Here on our hand, if wound is occurs, to fill that wound we can see the controlled cell division. Normally controlled cell division occurs in human body to fill the lost cells, but sometimes what happens, that controlled cell division become into an uncontrolled cell division, which leads to continuous division of cells. One cell become into two cells become into an four cells become into an 8 become into 16, like that the cells will divide continuously. Here if you see leukemia, the cells which are increased are leukocytes because of uncontrolled cell division. Then fall in WBC count or decrease in white blood cell count is called leukocytopenia. Slight increase of white blood cells is called leukocytosis. Abnormal increase of leukocytes is called leukemia. Then decrease of number of leukocytes is called leukocytopenia. Already I have told that the total number of white blood cells or leukocytes for 1 cubic mm of blood is 6000 to 8000. 6000 to 8000 for cubic millimeter of blood under normal conditions. The white blood cells are colorless because of lack of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the respiratory pigment that is present inside the red blood cells. That hemoglobin pigment is absent in white blood cells, hence those are colorless. The WBC contain nucleus, and if you see the lifespan of WBC, that is less than the RBC. The average lifespan of leukocytes is only 12 days, but the average lifespan of RBC or red blood cells is 120 days. Then here, based on presence or absence of cytoplasmic granules, the WBC are divided into two types, that are granulocytes and agranulocytes. See, this is the WBC. If cytoplasm contain granules, then those are called granulocytes. If the cytoplasm not contain granules, those are called agranulocytes. A means absent, granulocytes. Agranulocytes means there is no granules in the cytoplasm. That are the two different types of white blood cells, granulocytes and agranulocytes. First we will discuss about the granulocytes, after that we will discuss about the agranulocytes. See, granulocytes. If you see the granulocytes, those contain cytoplasmic granules. See here, these are the granules which are present in the cytoplasm, hence those are granulocytes. See, based on intake of type of stain, granulocytes again divided into three types. If they take acidic stain, those are called acidophils or eosinophils. If they take basic stain, then those are called basophils. If they are not take acidic stain and basic stain, those are called neutrophils. These are the three different types of granulocytes that is classified based on the type of stain they take. Then if you see the nucleus of the granulocytes, that is divided into lobes. See here, this is one lobe and it is another lobe, and here see neutrophil, lot of lobes are there. The nucleus of granulocytes are divided into different lobes. Hence, because of presence of lot of lobes in the nucleus, Those are also called as polymorph nuclear leukocytes. Polymorph nuclear leukocytes. Why they are called as polymorph nuclear leukocytes? Because of presence of lobes in their nucleus. One by one we have to discuss about granulocytes. Already I have told that granulocytes are divided into three types. Number one is basophils, number two is acidophils or eosinophils, number three is neutrophils. See, all those basophils, neutrophils and acidophils all are formed in bone marrow from the stem cells which are present in the bone marrow. All type of blood cells are formed in bone marrow, hence the white blood cells also formed from the bone marrow. Then if you see the points which are related to basophils, the basophils occupy 0.5 to 1% in total leukocytes. If you are consider total leukocytes as 100%, only 0.5 to 1% are basophils. Hence you can say that the least number of white blood cells which are present in the blood are basophils. Then basophils secrete three types of chemical substances, that are heparin, serotonin and histamine. Heparin, serotonin and histamine. Then you may listen that these three chemicals also produced from the mast cells. Mast cells also produce three types of chemicals, that are heparin, serotonin and histamine. What is the difference between mast cells and basophils? See, this is the blood vessel. Inside the blood vessel we can see basophil. This is the basophil. When basophil goes outside from the blood vessel, then that is called as a mast cell. If you enter into the connective tissue, if the basophil enter into the connective tissue from the blood, then that is called as mast cell. Hence here you can understand that there is no variation in between the basophil and mast cell, both are same only. Hence basophils will produce three types of chemicals, that are heparin, serotonin and histamine, and mast cells also produce three types of chemical, that are heparin, serotonin and histamine. If you see the heparin act as anticoagulant. What is anticoagulant? When blood is flow through the blood vessels, there is a chances of formation of clot by the blood. Sometimes there is a chances of formation of solids in the blood by the clotting. That clotting is prevented by the heparin. Hence heparin is also called as anticoagulant of human body. It will prevent the formation of clots inside the blood vessels. That is about the heparin. Serotonin also one type of chemical which is produced from the mast cells and the basophils. Then after that, if you see the histamine act as a vasodilator. Vasodilator means it will increase the diameter of blood vessel. Hence it is helpful for the decrease of BP, blood pressure. That is about the chemicals which are produced from the basophils. After that, if you see the actual function of these three chemicals, that is involved in inflammatory reactions. They are involved in inflammatory reactions. Then nucleus of basophils divided into irregular lobes. See, nucleus of basophils are divided into irregular lobes. Then cytoplasmic granules are fewer. Few cytoplasmic granules are there. Those are also irregular in shape. See, they supplement the function of mast cells when needed. Means basophils are converted into mast cells when body needed. That is about the basophil. After the basophils, we have to discuss about eosinophils or acidophils. The percentage of eosinophils or acidophils in total white blood cells is 2 to 3%. They occupy 2 to 3% in total white blood cells. Then the function of eosinophils or acidophils is resist infections, then and also play very important role in allergic reactions. When human body affected by the allergy, the main white blood cells which are increase its number are eosinophils. If we are find more eosinophils in our blood, that will indicate allergy. The nucleus is bilobed. If you observe the nucleus, which contain 2 lobes, 1, 2. Hence, we can say that nucleus is bilobed. The cytoplasm has large granules. Then eosinophils or acidophils take the acidic dyes. Example for acidic dyes is eosin. Then their number is increased during allergic reactions. Already I have told that the number of eosinophils or acidophils are increased during allergy. And apart from that, during helminthic infections also, you can see the increase of acidophils or eosinophils. The eosinophils also play important role in removal of antigen antibody complexes. See, antigen means it may be bacteria or it may be virus or it may be any foreign particle that enter into the body. To kill antigens in the body, we can see the production of antibody. Both antigen and antibody interact together, which leads to formation of antigen antibody complex, in which what happen, antibody may kill the antigen. Then the eosinophils can remove the antigen antibody complexes. Next, we have to see about the neutrophils. Neutrophils occupy 60 to 65% in total leukocytes or total white blood cells. Hence, we can say that neutrophils are abundant white blood cells. Neutrophils are abundant white blood cells. Least white blood cells are basophils, and high number of white blood cells which are present in the blood are neutrophils. Next, these are act as active phagocytic sites, active phagocytic cells. Hence, those are called as a microscopic policemen. Means, this is the white blood cell, that is a neutrophil. This is the bacteria. When neutrophils saw the bacteria, observe the bacteria, it will come and eat that bacteria. That is called phagocytic cell. Cell which is eat another cells. Then they stain with the neutral dyes. They cannot stain with the acidic dyes and basic dyes. They can stain with the neutral dyes. See, certain neutrophils which are present in the female mammals has sex chromatin bodies. Has a sex chromatin body. It is also called as drumstick body. What is the sex chromatin body or drumstick body? Actually, female human beings and female mammals has 2 X chromosomes. One extra X chromosome is attached on the nucleus in the form of a drumstick body, or attached X chromosome in the neutrophil of female mammals is called a drumstick body. Next, agranulocytes. Those are the second type of white blood cells or leukocytes. The agranulocytes, A means absent, which are absent, granules are absent. Agranulocytes are leukocytes, those not contain cytoplasmic granules. Cytoplasmic granules are absent. Then the nucleus of these cells not divided into lobes. Nucleus of these cells are not divided into lobes. A granulocytes are mainly divided into two types, that are lymphocytes and monocytes. First we will see about the lymphocytes, after that we will discuss about the monocytes. Lymphocytes. Lymphocytes occupy 20 to 25% of total white blood cells. The lymphocytes again divided into two types, that are B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. B lymphocytes are white blood cells, those will produce antibodies in our body. That antibodies can kill antigens which are enter into our body. Then T lymphocytes are help to the B lymphocytes in production of antibodies. Hence these B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes play a key role in immune responses of our body. Then the lymphocytes are small spherical cells which contain large spherical nucleus and small cytoplasm. See, this is the lymphocyte. If you observe it, which contain large nucleus and less amount of cytoplasm. That is about the lymphocytes. Next, after that we have to see about the monocytes. Monocytes occupy 6 to 8% of total leukocytes. Then monocytes also act as phagocytic cells. Here I have given one phagocytic cell. This is the bacteria. Here bacteria is eaten by one white blood cell. That is called phagocytosis. Means cell which is eating another cell. Then monocytes differentiate into macrophages when they are enter into the connective tissue. Sometimes what happen, monocytes are go outside the blood vessel and enter into the connective tissue. When monocytes are enter into the connective tissue, then those are called macrophages. Then finally we have to discuss about the blood platelets. The blood platelets also called as thrombocytes. The blood platelets are formed from the megakaryocytes which are present in the bone marrow. Megakaryocytes are also one type of bone marrow cells. That megakaryocytes can form the platelets or thrombocytes. If you see the number of platelets present in 1 cubic mm of blood is 1,50,000 to 3,50,000. Number of RBC in 1 cubic mm of blood 5 to 5.5 million. Number of WBC in 1 cubic mm of blood is 6 to 8,000. The number of platelets in 1 cubic mm of blood is 1,50,000 to 3,50,000. 1,50,000 to 3,50,000. Then platelets are involved in coagulation or clotting of blood. What is the coagulation or clotting of blood? When there is any injury on our body, blood will come outside from the body. That blood loss will be stopped within 2 to 3 minutes because of the formation of solid on the wound. That is called coagulation or clotting of blood. Platelets will play very important role in coagulation or clotting of blood. A reduction in their number can lead to clotting disorders. When platelets number are decreased, the blood clot will not form properly. When blood clot will not form properly, there is a chances to loss of blood from the body. Then if you see the average lifespan of platelets is 5 to 9 days. The average lifespan of RBC is 120 days. The average lifespan of WBC is 12 days. Then average lifespan of platelets is 5 to 9 days. Then the platelets will secrete the chemical that is called thromboplastin. This thromboplastin only play important role in blood clotting. Then already we know these are colorless, non-nucleated, round or oval biconvex discs. The shape of the cells is round or oval or biconvex discs. Next, they attach to the damaged endothelial lining of capillaries and seal minor vascular openings. Means, if there is any damage to the blood vessel, these are attached on endothelial lining of blood capillaries and seal that openings. That is about complete details of blood platelets. Thank you. For more updates on biology, like, share and subscribe the YouTube channel.